So today we're going to look at determining the percent when you're given the part and the total. So the first problem we have here is what percent is 7 of 20? So just like yesterday, we have 3 different methods we can use to solve these problems. So the first one is a percent bar. So we set it up the same way as far as starting with a rectangle. What we know this time is a little bit different. So what we know is 20 is our total, or 100%. And I have to find out what percent 7 is. So I'm going to go ahead and start with 50%. So I'm going to divide 20 by 2, since that's what I did to 100 to get 50. So I have 10. So right now, I know that 7 is going to be less than 50%, because 50% is 10. So then I'm going to find 25%. So I halved 50 to get 25, so I'm going to halve 10, and I have 5. So what I know now is that 7 would fall somewhere between here. So I know my answer is going to be between 25 and 50%. I still don't have quite enough information, so if I find 10% of 100, so remember, I come over here and I move my decimal one place to the left, so I have 2. So last time I added up my percents to get to what I needed. This time, since I'm looking for my percents, I'm going to add up my top numbers to get to 7. So whenever I look at 2, 5, 10, and 20, what stands out to me is, well, I can add 2 and 5 to get 7. So, just like we did earlier, 2 plus 5, that's going to give me 7. Now I look at my percentages. Well, 2% was 10, 2 was 10%, sorry. 5 is 25%. Well, 10% plus 25% is 35%. So that's one method. We also can use the percent pyramid that we know is really a triangle, not a pyramid. And so we have our part goes on top. Percent, now this time this is what we're looking for, and then our total. So that means we're going to divide. So our part is 7. Our total is 20. So I have 7/20ths. So this is just like fractions to division. Top in, bottom out. So I have 20 divided into 7. Okay, well 20 is not going to go into 7, so I have to add a decimal trailing 0. Decimal trailing 0, decimal goes straight up. Well, 20 will go into 70. I think of this in my head as 2 into 7. 2 is going to go into 7 3 times. 3 times 20 is 60. Subtract that, I get a difference of 10. I have to keep going until this is 0. So I'm going to add another trailing 0 up here to my dividend and bring it down. 20 will go into 100 5 times. Subtract that. I have 0. So I have decimal 35. This is going to fall back into Monday whenever we are finding equivalent forms of decimals and fractions. So I just move it back 1, 2 places and make it a percent sign. So I have 35%. And then the last way we can solve a problem like this is with a ratio. Now remember, the ratio doesn't always work out nicely. It just depends on what numbers you have. So that is set up with, this is how we always set it up. We have part over total is equal to percent over 100. It's always 100 because percent means per 100. So we have 7 is our part, 20 is our total. Percent is what we're looking for. So this one lends itself nicely to this proportion or ratio. When I look at 20 to make it 100, I just have to multiply by 5. So whatever I do on the bottom, I do on the top. Well, 7 times 5 is 35. 35 100ths is the same as 35%. So there are 3 different methods for finding the percent when you are given the part and the total. Again, just use whichever one works out best for you. Y'all know that depending on the problem, I like to use different methods. It just, whatever works best for you is what you should do.